I just had the best 3 weeks ever with my friends. And I'm going to explain the 3-step process that I used so that I was having so much fun over these 3 weeks. And these were all social things with my boys. And I think that having a good social life is the most fun social experience that you can have in your entire life. Being social is the best thing. Let me tell you a story before I get into all this. I remember I was out on a Saturday night with a good friend. I was having an amazing night, but there was this guy I met who's a pretty nice guy. And he invited me the next day on a Sunday night to come out. He has a table with a bunch of his friends. So I went out that next night, but it started pretty late and I didn't have that many close friends. I only knew him. And he was cool and he's a nice guy. I had an okay time. But it wasn't really, I didn't even enjoy being social. Even though I was super friendly, I was nice to everybody, I technically had a good time. I just didn't have that complete feeling in my life where I wanted to go do so much better in my life. I had this oh yeah, it was fun. Oh, I want to drink more kind of feeling. It wasn't the right vibe. I just didn't feel like I fit in. But let's compare this to this Saturday. I've stopped drinking now. It's been 2, maybe 3 weeks nearly. And I've stopped going out. My boy and I, so 3 of us, we all went hiking at this beach. It was so much fun, bro. We were on the walk there. We were having laughs. We were talking about life, serious things, not serious things. I trust these guys so much. They're my super close friends. And then we get back to mine. And oh yeah, we get to the beach. We have a great day there. A typhoon comes. We get back to mine. And then this girl messages my friend. I have a girlfriend, so I couldn't really participate. But I'm still getting super fucking hyped because the boys are it's just fun, bro. You're gassing up with the boys. I'm happier about my friends winning in life than myself half the time. So we're all gassing up. We're yo, say this. And basically we go and we hang out at this area 5 minutes from my house. And they hang out with these 2 girls and I'm there just having a laugh. And then obviously there's a time where you can't float around your friend. Obviously it would be different if I didn't have a girlfriend. Then I'd probably say, yo, what you got a friend for me or some shit? But I still had an amazing time because even though they're not the kinds of friends who bin me off because they're with a girl now or anything, they were still happy for me to be there. I just needed to know the right timing of when to not be hanging around. And so since it was the first time them meeting these girls, I would talk to them, talk to everyone in a group, so it's makes it less awkward. And then when one of the 2 were having an awkward moment, I would talk to the ones having an awkward moment, then the others would be having an awkward moment. I'd go talk to them. And basically, the point that I'm making is I had an amazing time. I didn't drink. It was just my close friends. We did some productive shit. It was super. I was happy. I was healthy. I felt good the next day. I didn't feel like garbage. I was genuinely full of joy. That was a 10 out of 10 night. See, the problem is, okay, you can see the difference between that guy that I went and I met all of his friends. I was social, but I didn't actually feel like I was being super social because a close friend is so much more valuable, so much more fun to hang out with. And that's the 2 close friends I hung out with. I had a way better time because it was with them. So the problem is it's harder to make a high quality close friend than a lot of average quality friends, way harder. But I'm going to explain exactly how you can do that in this video. And that's the 3-step method. Because then when you have enough close friends, if you are super exceptionally social, I think it's possible to make a lot of good friends. And that's what I managed to do. And I'm really happy that I managed to do that because I always struggle being social. I'm Finn. I've never been a naturally social guy. I genuinely worked on it. It might seem like I'm naturally social now, but I've just spent years uploading on this channel and talking to people, and I feel like I've mastered social skills. But let me get into it. Let me explain. You probably don't know who I am, but as soon as you start listening to my advice, you're gonna understand. I know my shit, bro. The first thing I will say though is if you completely struggle with social skills, you might be in this unique subset of people where it doesn't matter if you follow this advice because you have such basic conversational problems. And there might be a few of you watching who you're, no, that's not me. Maybe 1 in 5 people who say, that's not me. It actually is you. But I remember when I wasn't social, I had this arrogance. And there's nothing wrong with, it's really hard to look at ourselves and realize we have flaws. When I was skinny, I was in denial. Or when I was fat, I was in denial of being fat. I was what? I'm fat when someone told me I was fat. But obviously I was fat, right? But I'm just saying, don't be offended by me. I'm just saying, like, a lot of the time we don't realize how shockingly bad we actually are at something. So if you are in a scenario where you might not be good, or you feel like, oh, you don't have that many friends, maybe just take a read of my free social skills guide in the Discord server that you can join in the link below. Just subscribe and listen to, you can also subscribe and listen to my free social skills advice. But if you don't think you're at that beginner level, you just continue listening to this video, and I'm going to give you the 3-step method. And at the end of the video, if you think, oh, this shit might not be that simple, it might be hard, I need more details, you can give me a message on Discord, or you can read my full social skills guide, or both, or just to connect with other people on that Discord server, and just subscribe, because I'm going to be making a lot of content. I'm not going to stop. I love what I do. I truly love social skills. I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world that you can improve on. I remember I just had like a really bad split up, and I had been procrastinating going to a boxing gym. I'd been having a personal trainer for a while, which it was fun. I love my coach, and it was still like being social, I guess, right? But I really wanted to make some new friends, because I knew I wasn't going to be seeing a lot of my friends. Because I live in Hong Kong, and it's this weird dynamic where everyone who lives here goes away to university, goes and lives overseas. Everyone does that. So a lot of my good friends aren't here during the year, and I was like starting to feel a bit lonely. So I decided I'm going to go to this boxing gym, but I procrastinated for 2 months until I had to split up with this girl. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go. And I went, and it was so hard the first day. The entire time, I genuinely just thought everyone was judging me. I was so self-conscious. I already have like really bad insecurities of being unathletic, because like I know I'm a big guy, and I know I've been going to the gym for a while, but like, it's been a while, bro. Like I've been training for 3 years. So that like insecurity that I've always been bad at sports, that insecurity is still in my mind, right? So for the first week, even for like I'm really scared of my physical ability. I was terrified. And when we were doing the burpees, it's really hard for me to do like good form burpees. So I saw this other guy who was doing like this step down technique instead of like jumping. I don't know how to explain this, like whatever, it doesn't matter. He gave me like an easy alternative. I started copying that. And, these small things over training, I would notice, oh, sometimes this guy's like, I just realized that not everyone at my class was like the perfect boxer. Everybody was friendly. Everybody remembers when they started and they weren't that good and they didn't know how to throw punches. And everybody was actually down to help me, and they didn't judge me at all. And like it was, when like at school you feel like, oh, if I ask for help, if I ask a question, the teacher's kind of pissed. Like, why are you mad at me? I just want to know. I want some help to the question, bro. Because like they kind of just don't really want to be there. They don't love their job. That was the opposite culture that I found at this boxing gym. You can go to any like sports group. I just really think that the martial arts ones are the best, because like me personally, I don't really want to like get jumped. If I'm out on the street, I want to be like confident knowing if some guy comes and punches me, I can take it and like get out there safely. Or like if someone attacks my loved ones or some shit, like I'm pretty happy knowing that I'm going to get better at boxing and I'd be able to defend like people I love. So for me, it's the perfect thing, because I fucking love boxing on top of that. So anyways, my point is 90% of this was genuinely, it was just so hard to arrive at the boxing gym, and the training was hard. But once I was there, the coaches would push you, you would be pushed, you would be like a little, like you would just have to be motivated. Otherwise you're there, like you're going to be embarrassed about not doing good enough. So you're going to start to work hard. And then after a week, take a rest on the weekend. And then you get back there the next week. And all of a sudden, it's so much easier. And then, one thing that you keep doing throughout this whole time, you keep saying hi to everybody. And so by the second week, I'd made a few friends, just because, I know I'm a social guy. I get that. And maybe it might take more time. But like, think about it. I'm like a super social guy. And if you're not a super social guy at all, then if you keep like, okay, in the scenario where you're really antisocial, you really don't know what to do, I'm saying like watch other videos on conversation. I have so many videos on this topic. Whatever area you struggle with, go through my channel. You find that specific advice. Message me or read that Discord server. But if you have like a decent level of social skills and just not amazing, then it will just take you like maybe 2-3 times longer than me. So instead of me like clicking and fitting in there within 1 week amazingly, it might take you 2 or 3. But honestly, bro, the whole point is that eventually you're going to fit in amazingly there. Or maybe sometimes you might need to change the boxing gym or or the place or the timing. But The point is, like, if you have a good gym, you're gonna fit in really easily, even if you're not a social guy, because a lot of guys there aren't like super social or anything. You're just gonna start to love your life so much more. Now, after saying hi and like starting to talk to people, I would try and talk to them more and more and more. And I was getting the point 2 weeks in where I loved going to training. It was like my favorite part of the entire day. And this one time I just asked my friend there, who was a pro boxer, he was like very intimidating guy. Like, I mean, he turns out to be a bit of a goof, like a fucking like funny dude. Not goof in a bad way. Like, he's just a goofy ass dude like me. Like, a lot of people have said, oh, when I first met you, you were kind of intimidating. Like, no, bro, I'm just a straight troll. I'm always laughing, bro. But he was like this, and I invited him to train. I figured that out when we were training, and then I invited him to dinner and the horse races, which is like a social gathering specific to to Hong Kong, where like a lot of people 18 years old will go there, like my age. And yeah, the whole point that I'm making here is I invited him to do something. I invited a guy from the boxing gym to do something outside of the boxing gym, or to go train together specifically. And we got a lot closer. We kept doing this because the first night, actually, you know what? Because I already have experience going out. Like, it would have been fun either way. We can just go put some bets, not even if we're not talking that many people, even if you're not that social. Well, the thing is, you don't even need to go to a social event with them. You can just go to what you like doing. If you like rock climbing, you can invite someone to go rock climbing. Like, that's why I think it's good to have some hobbies. Like, it can really be as simple as, oh, let's go for a drive. If you're a degenerate, oh, let's go for a beer. If you're into chess, let's go play chess. Like, genuinely, truly invite somebody to do what you want to do. Like, it really doesn't matter how goofy you sound. Because think about it, if you have a hobby, why would you be embarrassed? Like, it's only embarrassing if you're a loser, you know what I mean? Like, playing video games isn't the embarrassing thing. The embarrassing thing is failing in life. So, like, if you love playing NBA 2K, but you're doing well in life, then there's nothing to be embarrassed about playing 2K, right? So, I get it. I'm not, like, what I'm saying is, like, your hobby, there's nothing wrong with what you invite somebody to. It's just that the times in your life where you've gotten hate for having a certain hobby, it's because people have, like, if somebody's hated on you for going to the gym, it's not because the gym is a bad thing. This happened to me. It's because they think you're skinny. Like, when I was skinny and out of shape and I said, oh, I love going to the gym, people would laugh. Like, what? This fat cunt goes to the gym? But, like, as soon as I got into good shape, yeah, I love going to the gym, people are like, oh, I fuck with that. That's a good hobby. You know what I mean? It's just dumb. So, like, there's no wrong answer for the hobby. Just invite people to whatever you like to do and suggest a few things. And if you come up with 5 things that you love to do and the other person doesn't like any of them, or you invite them and they don't, like, they blow you off, like, don't push it too much. Just ask a few times here and there. Don't make it a big deal. But, like, if you just keep asking more people and you keep socializing with people, eventually this method is going to come in and you're going to make a really good friend. Because usually the people that do come to hang out with you, usually they're the ones that you already clicked with really well. Like, it's not so often that you hang out with somebody and then you don't become close friends. Like, usually in my experience, the times I hung out with somebody, I was just super close to them really quickly. Because if they also were down to go meet somebody new, they had a similar mindset to me. They were very open-minded, and I would invite them to do something productive, like go to the gym, or like to go be social or something like that. Then whatever, like, the thing that I invited them to. The old thing used to be like to go to the gym or go to the sauna afterwards. That would be like the main thing I would invite people to, or maybe go to the beach. Those are like the main things I would invite people to do. And that way I would, whenever someone was down to come, they would always tend to be like my kind of person. You know, they're going to a boxing gym, they have good values and morals usually, or like they're hardworking at least. And then they're also down to go to like the beach, and like that usually a lot of the time they were good friends. So then the next step, the first 2 steps is just rinse and repeat. Just keep showing up, rinse and repeat that until it works. And, you know, along like, if it's taking too long for you, that's when you got to reflect and you come back to my channel or whatever you want to. Like, honestly, I think that I'm the only person with good social skills advice. I'm the only young guy who actually knows what it's like to get bullied in school and be treated like shit and then still be social. I genuinely haven't seen anyone else's videos because I looked across the entire internet for them when I was struggling with the problem. So I know I'm the only one genuinely talking about this shit who actually, like, knows what they're saying. But on top of that, I'm losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, like, you don't really necessarily need to listen to me. I'm just saying, rinse and repeat. going and being social and saying hi to as many people and then inviting them to do something, and eventually it will work. But if it's taking too long for you, come and reflect on, do you think you have bad conversational skills, etc. And that's the beauty of just texting me on Discord, bro, because I'll just tell you, like I'll just be able to know. Like I can take one fucking 5-minute, 30-minute conversation with somebody and know, oh, it's because you're saying this weird shit. Or if I don't think your appearance is usually the problem. Unless you smell like shit, then there should be no reason people don't like you, you know? Like just for your looks. Looks as a guy is like pretty negligible. Like no one cares. It's just maybe I can pick up on something like you have insecurity about being short. You know, these are the things that I pick up on because I'm like experienced in this area. But anyways, let's move on. That the only way you can like improve that is by starting. So focus on these first 2 steps. But then the third step this is the easiest one. I just messaged my boy who I'd go into the, like, you know, the one that I said I had a really nice time. I invited him from the boxing gym. I said, yo, Saturday, let's hike at this time and let's finish at this beach. Or we got there eventually. We had like a 30-minute convo or like a 20-minute convo about like the whole plans. It was sorted. And then I just invited like 3-4 other people. And I said, yo, boys, me and him are going to this event at this time. And then one of my other good friends came and like, not everyone's always going to come, bro. So you get one person to confirm they're coming and then invite the rest of your close friends who you're close with, who you like hanging out with, who you know like you. And you say, yo, come, we're going for this hike. This is the plan. Come join us. And then you go do it. It's really as simple as that. I think the hardest part is getting that first close friend. Because once you have one close friend, then whenever you meet someone new, you're like, oh, me and this guy are going to the beach. And then you invite someone along. They're way more interested in going. It's way more fun with a group of people, bro. Yeah, subscribe, check out my Discord, and thank you for watching this video, bro. That's the 3-step method. Have a good one.